In the immortal words of Bing Crosby, welcome to our little Yuletide clam bake. Hi, I'm Pete Turok, president of the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce, and this is the December edition of the Chamber Report. We've got a great show coming up for you as we get ready for 2015 to end. I can't believe that this year is done and 16 is upon us. And we've got a lot to talk about. We've got a lot to talk about what we've been doing, what we will be doing, and believe it or not, what's coming up all the way as far as July in 2016. But first, let's take a look back at what happened in the month of November. You know, October is nuts for us. It's the beginning of our new fiscal year, so the new board of directors is in place. The planning process has begun. We have our annual meeting, which was great, and all those things happen. And also a little thing called Halloween, where even though there's another organization called Anoka Halloween Incorporated that handles that event, we are the phone number, the unofficial phone number. In fact, we are for all of our city festivals that happen, whether it be Ramsey or Coon Rapids or Anoka or anywhere. They call us. So October's nuts. So November's a chance for us to kind of catch our breath. And we do that with a couple of things. Number one, our network offerings. Everybody wants to network, and we have them through our AM Connections network group that met the first and third Wednesday of every month. It is a free event for chamber members to attend. Great way to talk about the products and services that you have. You can go to the chamber website and check out more information on that. Believe it or not, November is a huge planning month for the chamber. We have our huge fundraiser coming up on February 19th, 2016 out at the courtyards. It's the Renaissance Anoka Area Chamber Gala Dinner. So that committee has actually already been in place for a month or two. We continue that planning process in November. And believe it or not, we are already starting the planning process for the Anoka Riverfest and Craft Fair coming up in July 2016 on the second Saturday. You can go to AnokaRiverfest.com for more info. But we're continuing to work on those things. The crafter application is not ready yet, but it will be soon. But we are starting that process right now, and honestly, it's a huge event. That planning needs to happen now, and it is. Time now for our benefit of the month, and it's referrals. And you are a big part of this. You call the Chamber of Commerce office. You go to the Chamber website, and you are looking for particular products or services. Well, our job is to tell you who our chamber members are. That is who the Anoka Area Chamber is. We love the fact that you use an Anoka Area Chamber member, so keep those calls coming. Keep going to the chamber website. It's all listed out there in categories that you can easily use, but referrals are a big part of who and what we are at the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce. We're taking a break. When we come back, it's the part you love the best. It is our member profiles, and we're going to talk about that 10-year anniversary. We're going to do it right after this.
If you're looking for local sports coverage, check out In the Game right here on QCTV and QCTV.org. On In the Game, we cover sports stories, both high school and amateur sports, from our 4 local cities here in Andover, Anoka, Champlin, and Ramsey. Some of the stories and interviews will give you insight into what happens here in the sports landscape of our cities. So check out In the Game with me, Chris Carpenter, right here on QCTV and QCTV.org.
Back on the Chamber Report, time now for our member profile segment, a chance for you to find out who some of the many members of the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce are. One of those members, well actually 2 of them, Anoka Technical College and Anoka Ramsey Community College, and we have a cool partnership. It's called the Chamber Leadership Academy, and here's the anniversary part. This year, well actually next year, 2016, we have a 10-year anniversary. So 10 years of the Chamber Leadership Academy, and with us, we have Sarah Patino. Sarah's with Anoka Technical College and Anoka Ramsey Community College. And many of you may know her, Catherine Lenneberg. She is here with the QCTV staff, but she is also a graduate of the Chamber Leadership Academy, and we will talk to her in a little bit. Sarah, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Pete. It's always nice to be back.
10 years of Leadership Academy, and you've been around for what, about half of them?
Oh, well, I've been around for about half of them, but I've been at the Anoka Technical College for 8.5 years, so I have really seen how this program has grown and benefited the community.
And it really has. And I'll tell you what, 10 years says something. It says that the program's working, that people like what's going on, and we are going to talk about the offerings that are coming up here in the 2016 series, which is the Chamber Leadership Academy. If you're a business person, I want you to maybe take some notes. More importantly, get ready to give her a call or shoot her an email at the end, and we'll talk about that. But first, a lot of leadership experiences are available, and I know for business people, you're looking for leaders. You're looking for that person that will take that step, and I bet you could see it in them, but they just need that little pump and that little maybe nudge and help to get them over the top. Well, Leadership Academy can make that happen. So what do you think makes the Chamber Leadership Academy a place for those business people to have those events occur that can help their people and their business?
Great question, Pete. I always do my due diligence with all the programming that I'm in charge of with professional and organizational development, and there are a lot of offerings out there. There's many different things. You can go online, you can go more towards the Twin Cities. What makes this program different and unique is that it's in our own community. It is in a partnership with the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce. We have a following. People look forward to this program every single year. And so that is something that is not offered anywhere else. I've been to many leadership programs where you go and you might connect and see someone for a day or two, but this is 6 full days, as we'll hear from Catherine a little bit later. There's a big impact and relevancy to really keeping it here in the community.
And you're talking with local leaders as they pass along their knowledge of what they've done and how they got to where they got and some of the tools and tricks of the trade, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. All right, so someone who's out there going, and maybe it's you, or maybe it's that person you're thinking about, what can someone expect that they will receive when they go to this series of meetings? And by the way, she said there's 6 one-day events. They're not all in a row, so we spread this out, make it easy for people. This thing starts in February.
Yes.
And so it's a day a month.
Yes. And then we end, it's February, March, April, so there's 2 in April, 1 in May, and 1 in June, and then we complete.
And then you wrap it up. All right, so someone who is thinking about coming, how will it help them in their profession?
Well, what we do is we really bring a high level of relevancy to the leadership body of work. Part of our framework is we use the Leadership Challenge, which is a best-selling text by Coos and Posner, and we take that information and we take the exemplary leadership practices, which is model the way, inspire to share vision, challenge the process, enable others to act, and encourage the heart. This is the backbone of this program. This is really taking someone to that next level with the leadership lens, because the leadership lens is different than a managerial mindset. So now we're teaching people how to really lead and put that into their toolkit. And what we've seen is that when we have leaders that come in and they are learning how to do some critical thinking skills, they actually get StrengthsFinder through this process. They learn about the DISC. They hear from different local leaders that come in and share every single year. There is bits and nuggets of information that they take and they emerge. There's some transformation that happens.
Who typically attends the Chamber Leadership Academy?
We have a variety of different people coming from private to public across all different sectors, and we see managers, directors, we've had vice presidents in this cohort. We keep this cohort at 25, so it's a nice, tight cohort where people get a chance to really get to know one another.
So somebody out there is thinking, this might be right. How do they find out if it is right for their particular business or organization?
I welcome them to call me, because I think that when you're looking at executive level education, it's really a conversation. What are the core focus areas? What is a person really going to develop if you're an HR person considering your leadership for this? Or if you're the leader yourself and you're really trying to find out, what am I really going to sharpen my saw on, right? What is this really going to do for me? So I can talk a little bit about, do you need to learn more about how to manage conflict well? Do you need to learn a little bit more about how resiliency is actually a great leadership characteristic? I want to have that conversation and I welcome it.
Now, I know last year Leadership Academy filled up. We had to turn some people away. I know it's underway for filling up the 2016 edition. Where are you at? Is there room?
Yes, there is a room right now. I have 5 enrolled. I have 20 spots available, but I am answering phone calls and emails daily. So what I do suggest is reach out to me, let's talk about it, see if it's right, and I make the process easy.
Great. We'll get you that information. And you know what, it's not just leadership roles in business. This could be in your faith. This could be in your community. This could be in a nonprofit organization that you might be a part of. Trust me, once you get the keys and the skills in those leadership roles, you will find that you will take that next step. You won't even think about it. You'll just go, yeah, I got it. And you'll take that step. And one of those people that's going to tell us about it is Catherine Lenenberg. She's the operation manager here at QCTV. She is alumni. Catherine, what year did you go through? How many years has it been?
Just recently.
So you were
I was
last
a graduate
year's
in June.
And look at her, she's still walking tall and she made it through, so no fear. Tell us about the experience, the impact of leadership has had for you personally as that whole thing rolled through.
Well, first of all, I didn't really want to go. Karen George, my boss, had been through the program and she suggested it to me, and I said, oh, I don't think I need that. I've had a lot of classes. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty good at being a leader. And then she waited a little while, wise as she is, and then later she said, Catherine, that's really a good course. Maybe you should look into it. So I said, okay. So I went and I loved it. I just really enjoyed it. I loved both the books. I loved both the instructors. They shared all their knowledge. They were very smart, you know, and you can get degrees in leadership. And so they shared all this academic material from all over the world. There's studies on leaderships. And then the other thing I really liked were my classmates, because they were from the city of Coon Rapids, and they were from Vista Outdoor and Sherburne County, and from the Chamber of Commerce. Tammy Flygar and I became pals because we would sit next to each other. And you really get to know your classmates, and you really like your classmates because you meet in small groups, you work on exercises, and all of this leadership knowledge comes out, and you share that. And then people from the community come in. The woman who owns the quilt store in Anoka came in, and she just has a fantastic story to tell. And other people would come in and share their stories, and you learn a lot. You know, and then the other thing that I really liked was the self-awareness. You really find out who you are. You're the CEO of your own life, you know, and what do you bring to the table? And so you really do find out what skills you have as a leader, and it kind of reinforces why you are a good leader. So I loved it.
You know, and I've heard from so many businesses that have gone through this, and people who are, in fact, this came up, we had mentioned this at our annual meeting in October, that, you know, this is going to be our 10th year, and I had a couple people from Federal Cartridge Company come up to me and said, you know, I was part of that leadership group, the very first one, and I said, do you use any of those tools from that time? And both of them did not hesitate and said, every day. That's the $1 million bucker right there. I mean, that is a lottery win for the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce, and more importantly, for Federal Cartridge Company and for all the other businesses that put people in play. Catherine mentioned Tammy Flagger, my administrative assistant, and I always knew she was a rock star, and she's always been an extremely competent woman. But I can tell the difference. After Leadership Academy, she is willing to take that extra step that maybe she might have hesitated on before. And it's funny, Catherine, because she said the same thing. Sarah has offered the opportunity for Tammy to go to this for, what, 4 years, and I leave it up to Tammy. If it's something you want to do, I will support it and you can go. And she finally said, you know what, I'm going to go. And she went, and I'm telling you, if you call the chamber office looking for information, ask her, because she's going to tell you it's one of the best things that she ever did. You just feel it and see it in her, and I love it. It's just a wonderful thing. Hey, I love the Chamber Leadership Academy. I always have. We got approached by this many years ago, well, a decade ago. It was like, duh, let's do this. So we connected with Tech and with Anoka Ramsey Community College. You guys put this thing together. We pumped this thing out. And you guys do such an incredible job, from the first organizers of this all the way through you, Sarah, and your people that are involved. This is a good thing for your business. Is it free? No, it is not free. Is it $1 million? No, it is not $1 million. In fact, we have some chambership, that's a good word. I'm going to use that. Chamber scholarship monies. The chamber board just put some money toward you to help out some businesses that might not have a bunch of money. And again, it's not a lot. But we might be able to help you out with this. Do it. Just do it. Make the call. Check this out a little bit deeper. But I'm telling you, no one has ever walked out of that and told me, you know what, Pete, that was a waste of my time. And trust me, they would tell me that. They would if it wasn't good, because I hear it all the time with other things here or there, and I get that. We want that feedback. I have never had a person say that Leadership Academy was not worth the time. That's my pitch, and I'm sticking to it. All right, so if somebody wants to do this, how do they start a process of more education about it? Or if they're sold, I did my Jerry Lewis telethon thing here and they're ready to go, how do they do it?
It's just a matter of giving me a call, a contact. You can call my number. It's 763-576-4128, or you can email me at spatnode@anokatech.edu. And I welcome the conversation. It is a know thyself, that beautiful quote, know thyself as a leader, grow. It is a journey, and so we want people to come on that journey with us. In one of the last classes, we had one of the cohort members say, "Oh, I took this leadership challenge information in my MBA class," and he wasn't quite sure about it at first, but at the end, when he did his report out, what was really cool about it, he said, "I learned so much more the second time around." So it really is great when you can come and take that time, that one day, and really be there with us. It is very transformational. So reach out to me. I make the process very easy, and we like to bring down any barriers, so please ask me about scholarships.
Very much so. Okay, so again, contact information?
Yes, so 763-576-4128 or ask patnode at anokatech.edu.
Spell Patnode.
Patnode.
Hey, with a name like Turok, I always have to, unless it's Johnson or Olson and that easy stuff, I always do. Catherine, I'm going to ask you a question. I already know what it's going to be, but would you do it again?
I would do it again. The other thing is Sarah caters the food in, and I think there are 6 weeks, and I mentioned to her that I had to eat gluten-free. I never went hungry. I mean, she just was so lovely, and the food was delicious, and I always look forward to those days.
And there's cake at the end. And there is. And I always get invited to the graduation and get a chance to hear some of the final wrap-ups that the students are doing. And then there's cake. And Sarah knows that I like cake. So it's a good thing. And honestly, it's about what you're going to get out of it. More importantly, what you as an individual or you as a business will gain by having someone go through this process. All right. It is the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce Leadership Academy. Things get rocking in February, so there is still time to sign up. But Sarah's already on the phones. Sound like Jerry Lewis again. We are on the phones, so call in right now and get signed up for the Chamber Leadership Academy. Sarah, always great to have you on the show.
Thank you
Catherine,
very much.
you've been back there enough. It's nice to have you on this side
Thank
for
you.
a change.
It's fun.
And I'm glad that you had a chance to do the Leadership Academy. And maybe there's somebody else at QCTV down the road that we might get over there, and I know they'll talk to you, and maybe that'll happen. But thank you, ladies. And Sarah, when this is all done, let's do a wrap-up back here in the show and let everybody know how it went.
Absolutely. Sounds like
good.
a plan.
Chamber Leadership Academy, you should be a part of it.
I have my own painting business. It's been in our family since my grandfather. When I was a kid, every time I saw sirens go by, my heart would race, and I could just imagine myself doing that someday. That pager goes off, and my daughter, who's 4 years old, gets a big smile on her face and says, "Bye, I love you, Daddy." And my family's on board. They love what I do, and they're proud of it. Serving the community just brought new meaning to my life.
Anoka County needs firefighters. Visit mnfirehire.com for more info.
So recently I had a chance to hear about this really cool new program that's in play in our area. They had a big event. I could not make it, but we sent representatives from the chamber there. And it's Anoka Hennepin Technical. I know you've heard that part, and you're like, well, what? Anoka Hennepin Technical High School in Anoka. And we have with us Nancy Schaub. She is the principal for this new thing. How cool. When I first heard about this and started to get a little bit educated about what's going on with this, you know, we do a lot of things with the school districts and with our career coordinators and through our manufacturing initiative, John Letourneau, and Nancy, I know you've had a chance to talk with him. This thing just fits. And it was like, this is cool. I got to get a hold of Nancy. Got a hold of Nancy. And then here we are. We got a couple students we're going to talk to in a little bit. But first, let me introduce you again to Nancy Schaub, principal, Anoka Hennepin Technical High School in Anoka. Nancy, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us. We're just thrilled to be here.
How cool is this? And this is part of what we want to do, which is get the word out about what's going on, because it is new. So talk to me about this new high school program. Who does it serve?
It's a really unique program in the sense that it serves students ages 18 to 21 years of age who have not quite completed all their high school credits. And the interesting part about it is located on the Tech College. So we have the best of both worlds. These folks are coming in, they might have to finish a little bit of English or social studies, then they walk down the hallway and start their college courses. So we have been able to have this unique partnership with the college where we really work together at all levels to get students into classes and start on their next step of their career.
So is this through the school district, Anoka Hennepin School
It
District?
is. It is. We are an alternative school, and I haven't talked very much about that because there's a lot of urban myth around what alternative is. So
Right.
we just prefer to have our name as Anoka Hennepin Technical High School because that's what we are.
Oh, I love the
Yeah.
name and can't wait for the
Yeah.
letter jackets to come. And
I
then all
know,
the
fancy.
bars and the stars. I mean, I can't wait for that. All right, so how many students attend and where are they from?
Well, it's very exciting. We projected 100. When we started talking about it 2 years ago, we were located in Champlain Park in a storefront, and then everything came together with my bosses and the bosses from Anoka Technical College, and we had space there, and we projected 100 students. We are at 140 right now. We have graduated 13 who have gone on to start PSEO classes. It's amazing. It's beyond our dreams. This is better than we had expected.
And I am not shocked at all. And what's so cool about this is maybe that student that needed that one little extra, little bit extra time, gets that extra time instead of just saying, you know what, I'm done.
Exactly.
You know what, I'm gonna work where I'm at, and I'm never gonna rise at all. And that is not the way this thing should work. You have an opportunity. I don't care if it takes you 6 more months to finish up that last English class. What difference does it make? You get that done, and then you have an opportunity, if you have the interest, to continue that educational process. And let me tell you something, it will be better for your life as you take those steps, and we're gonna find out about some of those. But this is such a great fit. It is such a great fit for all of this. And we're going to give you information because maybe you're in this situation, maybe you know of someone who's in this information or in this situation, but I'm telling you, this is something that we just need to get the word out, and we're going to do that. Oh, we are praising it today. Nancy and I had a chance to talk on the phone, and we're going to get this out to every chamber member that we can. We're going to try to continue this, and in fact, I hope you come back on a regular basis, and let's continue to talk about the successes of what's happening. But we work with the area high schools all the time, and it's about giving students the reality of business and what is available for them as they take these next steps. It does not mean it has to be some 4-year degree at Harvard. It does not. It's about continuing your education. Bettering yourself will better your prospects as you move forward. PSEO, I already asked her this, I already know, but I want her to tell you, what does PSEO mean?
It means post-secondary educational option. It is available to all high school students in the state of Minnesota in grades 10, 11, and 12. 10 are limited, but 11 and 12, there's quite a few. And because my students are all 12th graders plus, they have the option to go ahead and take advantage of that during their year at the Tech High School. So we, in reality, we're transitioning them into the next step of their education.
And what an easy step that's going
Yeah.
to be. I mean, they're already in the setting. The whole feel for it is there. It's very cool. All right, let me introduce you first to Kyle Olson. He's a current PSEO student, golf course management. I've talked to him about trying to help me out with my sand game with the traps, but we'll worry about that later. Kyle, welcome to the show. You're learning now golf course management program. Tell me about the program.
It's golf course, anything you need to know about a golf course, trees, plants, how to cut the grass, basic stuff on the golf course is what I'm learning.
You know, when we talk about cutting the grass, I don't know if I want to learn how to cut it like a green and how nice that is, but it is a management of that course. And the better that course looks, the better it plays out for everybody that's involved.
Yeah.
And you are learning everything from step one to that all the way through.
Yeah.
And tell me about the internship program that's going on there as well.
This spring I'll be out on a golf course working as a greenkeeper. I don't know where yet or when, but
All right,
I'm
well,
excited for it.
If it's Greenhaven, you and I are going to talk because I need the help. But you know what? What I love about it is that you're in the classroom, you're learning a process, and now you're going to put it in play, literally, in play on a golf course. And then your goal is when you get done with this thing, you want to go to work.
Yep, and then I want to come back for my second year and finish out and hope to be a superintendent at a golf course.
That's what we're talking about. That is what we're talking about. Also with us today is LaDasia Johnson. She is soon to be a post-secondary education option in nursing assistant certification. LaDasia, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, tell us your story and how you got rolled at the Tech High School.
Well, in about July, I moved here from Illinois, and I was about 8 months pregnant, and I needed only 2 more credits to graduate high school, and I didn't finish right before I moved. So I went to Anoka High School because I have two younger sisters that are still in high school. And one of the counselors told me about Anoka Hennepin Technical High School. And so I went there and I called and they told me about how the school goes and how it's for students who are 12 and up. And they told me about it and I finished a lot earlier than I thought I would, so I'm really happy.
That's great, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
All right, so nursing assistant certification. Talk to us about that and about your plans for the future.
I plan to start in January and I'm gonna go to Anoka Technical College for that. And then I plan to finish probably within the next 2 years. I get my certificate for my CNA, that's when I start, and yeah. So.
Great. So I'll go to the golf course, I'll wreck my back on a bad swing, Kyle's gonna come up, he's gonna help me get in my car, and then I'm coming, and then you're gonna take it from there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. It's all about me, but more importantly, it's about them. This is what we are talking about. You easily could have said, you know what, forget it.
Yeah.
I'm done. But you have a beautiful baby boy that I've had an opportunity to see, and it's about him.
Yep.
It's about him. So you're taking the steps to make sure that he is going to have what he needs as he grows up. Congratulations for what you're doing there, Kyle, man. Good luck to you. Just finish. Just keep on going, because you know what? You can quit, but then you're going to be stuck. And this is about taking those extra steps. And this is what I love about Anoka Hennepin Technical College, or Technical High School, and the college for that matter too, and Anoka Ramsey Community College. Nancy, you guys are there to help these people from step 1 to step 2 to step 22 as far as they want to go. You've already talked about graduates that have occurred. You're already talking about a program that you thought would be like this, and it's like this. Sky's the limit as to where this thing can go.
We hope so. We're really looking forward to growing, and our partnership with the college is so strong. It could not have happened without that, and they really would like to see our students succeed. So it's a win-win all the way around. We have 2 graduations, so we will have a graduation in January when students will walk. So we of course would love you to attend if you can.
Is there cake?
Yes,
okay.
we have a little cake.
As long as there's cake. I'm
Always
just saying, you know, Leadership Academy cake. I mean, you know, this just can't happen without the cake stuff. So, you know, Nancy, I'd love to be there because, I mean, it is, you know, there's got to be some big old smiling faces at that.
It's a joyful day.
It is a joyful
really
day,
is.
and that is cool. All right, Nancy, somebody out there's watching this and they're going, that's me. You know, I got 2 credits to go. I could do this. Or somebody is like, I got that done, but what else do you have to offer? How do they get more information?
So please do not hesitate to call us at 763-576-7933. And we can get you in. We take in students every 3 weeks. Actually, we take in students from all over the area. So it's not just Anoka Hennepin schools, it's all over. We provide lunch and breakfast. It's available there. You can always eat in the very fancy cafe in the college. We have all the classes there. We can get you to and from on a school bus if you need that, if you're within the district. And we just don't want you to stay at home and worry that this is the end.
No.
We really would like anyone who's interested in completing, not only completing, who knows they're going to complete, come on in, and then we'll get you started on your path to career in college.
You know, and as much as I love The Price is Right, and I do, it gets real old real fast. If you're watching that every day, it's not going to happen. Think about taking that time to make you a better person like LaDeja's doing, like Kyle's doing, and Nancy can help you get there. Hey, good luck to all of you. It's exciting. You're coming back.
I'd love to.
We're going to keep spreading the word on this because people just need to know about it, and I wish you both the best of luck. Keep hanging in there. I'll be coming to visit you at the doctor's office. You'll find me laying somewhere at Greenhaven Golf Course, and life will be good. We are going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up this edition of the Chamber Report, so stay tuned. Time to look ahead at what's coming up at the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce. We wrap up 2015. Networking events continue the first and third Wednesday of the month at the Chamber office, 7:45 to 9 o'clock, free to Chamber members. Bring business cards. Second Thursday of the month from 8 to 9 o'clock in the morning, I do a member orientation. Whether you've been a member for a minute or 20 years and want to find out about the many benefits of membership, come to that meeting. Just call the office to RSVP, again, no cost. We have our annual Toys for Joy luncheon. Dave Dahl, chief meteorologist at Channel 5, is coming on out. This helps the Toys for Joy program. We're going to do this on December 8th. Pizza Ranch is the place in Andover where we're going to hold it. We ask you to bring an unwrapped gift or cash donation, and it helps out families in need in this incredibly critical month. So we hope that you will attend that. Also, if you have any questions about anything you've seen, numerous ways that you can get a hold of us. Number one, go to the Chamber website, AnokaAreaChamber.com. You're going to find out all the information you need, whether you're a business person, whether you're somebody thinking about moving here or somebody who just moved here. Lots of information there for you. You can call us, 763-421-7130. You can stop by our office. We're at 12 Bridge Square, which is a half block off East Main Street on 1st Avenue South. We're in the Bridge Square Mall Complex. We're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30. You can email me, Pete@AnokaAreaChamber.com, or you can tug on my coat and say, hey, saw you on the show, I got a question. So many of you have done that. And with that, I hope that your 2015 was solid. 2016 is around the corner. Let's hope that it is a better place for all of us. And don't forget, this holiday season, use an Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce member first when you're looking for those holiday gifts. Why wouldn't you do that? I'm Pete Turok, president of the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for watching.